Just when you think you got it all right.
Nah, I knew I didn't have that right. I kept almost hitting the wrong one.
Yeah.
It was the mouse wouldn't move. I was
I
like,
was like,
yeah,
man, all they see in that other camera is your nostrils.
nah, it's my face. It's right here.
I'm just saying. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to the Love Brew podcast. I'm your host, Tommy T, and with my co-host,
Artika.
Artika, is in here with us. Um, I sound like Rocky, Sylvester Stallone off of Rocky, the first one, when he was like young and getting in the game.
Good morning, Joy.
It's like, oh man, been dealing with that this week.
Yeah.
Um, the fun part about this episode is we have stuff to talk about, but we don't have anything to talk about. It's crazy, right?
Okay. Good
Yeah. So
morning, Angelia.
from Dallas,
Good
good
morning,
morning.
Sharon, and good
Good,
morning, cousin Deshauna.
good morning, cousin Deshauna. Um, yeah. So I've been dealing with a few. I guess it's sinus or
Yeah, I think it's allergies because the pollen count has been
yeah.
very high.
I don't know.
Tommy just developed allergies at his big age.
Which I'm still on the fence about.
What do you mean?
I mean, I really don't know if it's allergies or not. I can't say. I just go along with what you say.
You just like to argue.
Because you look, you the doctor in this whole
You like to
equation.
argue.
I ain't trying to argue with you.
I told him he had sinus and allergy issues last year, and he was like, "No, I don't." But he was sick every time me and Lily got sick, and me and Lily have sinus and allergy
Because
issues.
y'all giving me colds.
Nobody had a cold because if we
Man,
did, Quan would have been sick.
look, a parenting moment that I was just like, this is this is not cool. Lily sneezed directly in my face.
Oh,
Like I was like, where's your buffer to say turn your head away from my dad?
you know what gets on my nerves is when she has a runny nose, and you be like, "Go blow your nose," and she be like, "But why?"
No, what get on my
Because you
nerves.
got a snotty face.
What gets on my nerves is she'll sneeze and the snot will come out her nose
Mhm.
and she'll be like, and what now? She like just look at you like, you see the snot on my face? It's like, girl.
It's the equivalent of that. I actually reposted something the other day on Instagram of your kids getting up every morning, and every morning you have to tell them exactly what to do, as if they didn't just do this the last
Right.
five
Like it
mornings in a
like this
row.
ain't been a routine for the last year.
Right. We have been doing this since August.
Like, come on, man, get it together,
I mean,
man.
we had a few pockets of
Yeah,
okay, we got a week off.
yeah,
We not we don't have to get up every morning. But even if we don't get up every morning and do the school routine,
yeah,
getting up and going to go pee every morning
yeah.
is literally a thing. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning.
Like, I shouldn't have to tell you when you wake up, go pee.
Yeah. And
And yet I do.
don't ask me why.
Cause I
Cause
know you have to
look,
pee.
everybody gotta pee when they wake up,
I
man.
know you do. Just go.
And you're lying if you don't. Whoa, man, that's
Any
too funny,
but
man.
anywho.
Our little 2 minutes of parenting woes this week.
Yep.
What else did we talk about this week, man?
I don't
The
know.
the weeks be going by so fast to me. I'll be like, I forget what happened in the front end, but then everything is so fresh, like yesterday stuff.
Mhm.
Like, oh yeah, this happened, that happened. So, um, no new milestones for the boy, but he's a man. He's a true boy. I be wanting to call my mom and be like, "Did I act like this?
You did.
Did I do this?" But yeah.
I
So
wish I could talk to your grandma about you.
yeah,
Both of them.
that would be funny.
Because well, one of your grandmamas would have said you did no wrong.
Yep, both of them would have.
Mm-mm.
No, both of them would have.
No, but your other grandma, Laura, would have at least given me some insight.
No, she wouldn't have.
If I asked actual questions, she would have given
She
me
would have
insight.
told you, but she'd have been like, he was the greatest baby ever.
You not Carlos.
I'm a close second. That joke is so funny, man.
But Catherine, Catherine would have been like, David was the best.
Yeah.
He's my favorite grandson.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Sure is.
That's what my mama calls Lily her favorite granddaughter.
Yeah. She the
Like, you
only
ain't
one.
got but one.
That's it.
Good morning, high vibe.
Good morning.
I'm not even concerned about his beard white. I'm letting him have it. Like he wants it.
Who?
You got it. You.
What about?
She
Oh, the
said,
way
"Let
I
him get his
sound now?
beard white on in
Man,
peace."
I don't like it, man. I don't like it,
He
man.
keep telling me I sound like Glorilla every time I get sick.
Yeah, Glow. Oh, the
Anywho,
Project Pat, man. Let's just pay homage to Project Pat real quick because I went through his discography
I love Patrick.
this past week, man, and Gangsta Fred. I have to say, Gangsta Fred was his partner because Gangsta Fred got shot while they was doing some stuff. Gangsta Fred was there on a late summer night because they was kicking it. But no, Project Pat, man, and it's beautiful to see that so many people are like actually reaching back now to the sound that they made early to late 90s, early 2000s. Um People are going back now and getting that sound and bringing it to today's music cuz Schoolboy Q,
Shout out to Cardi B.
right,
I
with
feel like she did it first.
what is it, what is
Big
it,
head.
Bickenhead.
Hmm.
But a lot of people have went back and gotten their music or at least the beat and redid the song. Schoolboy Q is the latest one to have done it off his new. I know, but I'm just saying it's
I
like
wouldn't even be able to identify that man in the lineup.
too funny, man. But it's like, man, it's so dope to hear
I
that.
am really an auntie.
Are you?
Hmm.
Why you say that?
And my niece don't keep me young.
Nah, she don't. She let you know. Okay, auntie. She's so funny,
Like
man.
she might try to keep you young, but she don't even try to keep me young.
She don't.
I be asking a question, she just be like, "Nah." All she done told me is who did she tell me we don't listen to?
I don't know.
Oh, Sexy Red.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's all.
Hmm. All right. So let's get into it, man. We've talked long
I've
enough
been waiting
about
on you
us.
to get into it, man.
What you want to start with?
I don't know. Just go ahead.
The Fonnie Willis thing is. Let's give an update on that.
Oh, okay.
So the judge gave his decision
Mm-hmm.
and basically he said one of y'all got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Either it's Fonnie Willis or it's uh Nathan Wade.
I was about to say Green, but that is not his last
Nah, that
name.
ain't his last name.
Nate
And
Green is Jack Daniel, ain't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Uncle Nearest. It's
I'm
not.
saying the
Yeah,
distiller for
yeah,
Jack Daniels.
yeah. I think so. Something like
Mm-hmm.
that. But yeah, so apparently Nathan Wade actually resigned yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So he is off the case. So Fonnie Willis gets to keep her team. She gets to keep everything intact, and he's the only one that leaves, which I think is the better decision because if she would have resigned, um, a lot more people would have had to leave and had to be replaced and stuff. And I think her being off the case ruins the case for that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Like really eliminates the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Because even if he was a special prosecutor, there was still a team of prosecutors and they should have all the information that he has.
yeah. But I'm glad that's over. That part is over, man, because we can move past it and move on.
I support Fanny, but she should have known this wasn't going to fly. Let Wade go on about his business so they can get back to business. Absolutely. And worry about his divorce.
Like my thing is, or my whole take on the whole situation is, you know better.
Hmm.
Like the fact that you like even in a corporate place, right?
Hmm.
You're looking at the situation like, okay, if I date somebody out, it's already funny to date somebody you work with,
Hmm.
you know?
I know one of my cousins, her now husband worked with her. They didn't even work in the same division,
Yeah,
just same company, and they had to disclose their relationship.
yeah. And it's like the idea that you was like, because that's what she said. I'm a very private person. Like, come on, man. We're all adults here. Like if y'all out here gallivanting, you know.
Well, it didn't seem like it was much of a
No, it
relationship.
was a real
It seemed
yeah.
like it was
Y'all was just out here, doing the do
right in different
and
countries.
yeah, in different places and just enjoying life. But if that's even the case,
Hmm.
somebody has to know this. But you also have to look at the optics of because the whole thing is optics.
Hmm.
It looks bad. And the fact that they were on the same team, there's no real conflict, right?
Hmm.
There's no influence anywhere,
Hmm.
right? But it looks like it's influence.
Hmm.
There's some form of relationship outside of just friendship, and ethically that's wrong. Like you have a whole test that say, hey, you can't do this and this because of influence.
Hmm.
You don't want to seem like you're influencing anybody to do anything outside of what their will,
Hmm.
you know. And of course, they're sitting back, they're talking about things and stuff like that that they shouldn't talk about because that's just natural stuff,
Hmm.
natural form of life. You're gonna talk about the things that goes on in your life. We get caught up doing that,
Hmm.
you know. I'll tell a person in a second, like, hey, you tell me something, it's a great assumption to think that my wife knows it because it's gonna come up, man.
I mean, it can definitely come up. There are certain things that won't come up, but there's a lot that will.
Yeah. Be like, bruh, like, this is dumb for you to really think. Like, if somebody be like, hey, man, like, really keep this between you and me,
Hmm.
then I'm like, okay, cool. But it ain't gonna be a thing of, you check on Lily? It ain't gonna be a thing of, this,
That quiet.
yeah, that's quiet. Ain't gonna be a thing
She's
of,
still sleeping.
oh, okay. Ain't gonna be a thing
She
of,
done rolled over a few times
dang,
since
let
we
me
got
get
back
this
in the
out.
room. You asked me to check on her.
Oh, yeah.
Don't interrupt your sentence asking me, and then don't
I
think
done
I'm gonna
lost my,
reply.
I done lost my thought. It'll be a thing of, like, don't think I ain't finna tell my wife if you don't be like, nah, don't tell nobody.
Hmm.
And then I might tell her still because me not telling nobody, I can still tell my wife.
You just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah. That could be the most interesting thing that happened, that I know. Like, shit, let me talk to her about it.
With a frying pan though.
I don't want that, man. Thank you, sir. Why you come down here frowning like that, man?
Mm.
Here, go cook something. Go cook some eggs, man. I would like eggs, bacon. No, I don't want any bacon. Just fix me an egg and a biscuit and some cream of wheat. Thank you, sir.
Fanny is going for Trump's throat after this. She definitely is.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Um,
You not gonna say good
speaking of
morning?
which, man, we got Trump and
Did you sleep
and
enough?
Biden running against each other. It's official now.
Yeah.
So the funny part is we see the commercials where they talk about each other being too old.
Yeah. Um, I was hoping because we don't currently have cable that I would miss out on a lot of these political
No,
ads.
you not.
And I feel like
You not.
here I am still sitting in the middle of these political ads.
Yeah. Man, Did you see the New York um city subway thing? Like it was a fight on the
The
subway.
guy pushed his girlfriend.
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that happen, but I heard about that.
So in New York, and like, trust me, I've never been to New York. I
Okay.
have no clue and no relation to what's going on with it or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, dang. Um,
What happened?
somebody sent me a text message,
Mm.
and I briefly read the headline.
Oh.
Um, so in New York, they, I think they've been having a uptick in crime
Mm-hmm.
in the subway. So they've brought in the National Guard and stuff to like patrol the subways and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fight that broke out in the subway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this fight was about. I don't know how it started and stuff like that. People were going home or going to where they. It was a packed subway, train car.
Mm-hmm.
These guys get into a fight. One guy pulls a gun.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy, they got the gun
Which
pulled
are
on him.
which are illegal in New York.
Right, pulls the guy pulls a gun. The other guy's like, "Oh, okay." He takes the gun from him, shoots the guy in the head. I don't know if the guy died or is in critical condition, but he shoots the guy in the head, and they're like no charges are going against the guy because technically it was self defense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy. Like I saw it
You pulled a gun on me and didn't think enough. You weren't steady enough in holding said gun
right. You pull a gun
that
and
I
you let somebody take it from you
right.
before you shot them. What you pull it for?
When you pull it, you need to be ready to use it.
And on top of everything else, I think the guy started the fight. So you start the
Wow.
fight, you pull a gun, somebody takes it,
Mm-hmm.
and you get shot in the head.
National Guard is excessive. Cops are everywhere.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't know what was going on. Like I never really figured out like the whole situation up there or what's
You can't
like
have any coffee.
why, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But uh, look, I'm looking at the video now. No charges. Critically injured
Okay, good.
person didn't pay to get on it, so he was illegally on it. It's the wildest thing, man.
So I don't know how much the subway costs to ride now. I think when I was there, it was like $3 or $4, something like that. But that's been
Yeah,
a while ago. So you didn't have that. Jumped the gate, got a gun. You was just looking for a rough day.
yeah,
I'm a lifelong New Yorker and I ride the train every day. Crime happens, but I would like to fix the subway and improve conditions. It's 290. So three okay. I once I found out how much it was and that I could just buy a weekend pass, I just bought a weekend pass.
yeah,
Well, not a weekend pass, a week pass, because that's how long I was there.
yeah. Excuse me, I got to blow my.
The last time.
Come on, man.
Because we were on and off quite a bit. Um what she say? I mean, if you pull it out, you better use it. You don't have to shoot to kill. You don't have to shoot to kill. Like shoot to injure. Don't shoot the air. And don't shoot at all if you like don't pull it out at all if you're not ready to actively defend yourself with the intent that you pulled it out because you don't know what this other person is going to do. They were arguing, then fighting. The female with the male victim stabbed the suspect in the back. He then pulled the gun. So it was two guys and a lady. The lady stabbed the guy with the gun. and then he pulled the gun. That is a crazy story. That's a lot going on. There was a knife involved too, Tommy, and a girl with a knife. Okay, so two guys and a girl. The girl stabs the guy that had the gun.
Yeah.
Guy with the gun pulls out said gun. Guy that didn't get stabbed, that was with the girl, takes the gun.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Where the girl at?
Did they charge the girl with something? Cause she stabbed somebody.
That's a wild story. It sound like a girl and a guy enters the subway, fights another guy. I wonder what started the whole fight.
Did the girl pay for her train ride?
I don't know.
I
Crazy story, man.
got a lot of questions.
Definitely. I don't have a lot of answers though. That's the problem. I don't know how you like. Oh, you putting something on?
hmm I was trying to make sure that
Like,
you didn't have it set to the Xbox.
oh nah. I think I was trying to watch TV last night and fell asleep.
Yeah, one of those things, and I know that that's not everybody's thought process, but when I get on the train, even here in Atlanta, I'd expect that I'm not gonna sit down.
That's not my expectation.
No, I just expect that I'm gonna just. My thought is that well, we usually, if we're riding a train, because we're driving into the last
Yeah,
stop,
yeah.
we usually have a better
Chance of sitting
chance
down.
of sitting down because we are where the train is has emptied out and
Yeah.
is filling back up from. The closer we usually are only riding it to events, which in New York, it's ridden everywhere. It's not just an event.
It's the mode of transportation, the
Yeah,
best mode of transportation, right?
right. The cheapest, probably most efficient, and it's likely going to get you as close to where you're going
Yeah,
as you could possibly be.
yeah,
But like we'll ride it to go to Hawks games and things of that nature. And if we're at the last stop, the number of people gets larger and larger the closer we get to
yeah.
the event because so many other people are doing the same thing. But like when we are leaving the games, I don't ever expect to sit down when we first get on the train.
No, no, not when we first.
I completely expect that as the train car thins out, usually around 5 points, because that's a all line stop,
Yeah,
that a lot of people will get off to get on other trains and I can find somewhere to sit down. But in New York, I usually am just like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down. I mean, I'm gonna stand up because unless we riding a long distance,
yeah,
I'm gonna be on and off fast enough that it don't even matter.
mm, yeah. I like riding the train though.
Yeah. I
It's
think you'll enjoy riding the train in New York. My problem is that our kids need to be larger and a little bit more aware of what's going on around them
yeah.
before we take them to New York.
Oh yeah. Like I don't want to put them on the train here because it's too. I wouldn't be able to focus on anything but where are my kids and what's going on around them.
hmm
Because I've seen some weird stuff on the train before, and it's like, how do you? In my mind, it's if anything pops off, how do I protect my kids?
hmm It's
You know,
interesting at every stop now they pause the train and mention police presences at every station. Then police look in and are standing on the platform. Usually, I'm trying to think about police presence here. I know that again, after a big event, like I remember one time we went downtown and everybody was playing.
yeah,
Like both
yeah,
stadiums
yeah.
had
The Hawks had something going
Atlanta
on.
United had a game going
Yeah,
on. Um and then it was something else going on like in
like a
Centennial
event.
Olympic Park.
Yeah, like some type of event.
So
Yeah,
it was police everywhere that day.
yeah,
And I felt like the police was spending more time yelling at us about unnecessary things. Like, make sure you have your Breeze card out. And it's
Yeah.
like, bruh, leave me alone.
That's something too that I don't truly get when they bring in the National Guard. It's more of a militant presence,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a fear.
A fear tactic.
Yeah, I want to say more so because the idea is um the National Guard is supposed to bring in more order
Mm-hmm.
than the police does, but if the order is still not kept, right? What
Mm-hmm.
happens then? What do the National Guard? Because I was just watching what is it called, Mayor of Kingstown, and it was a prison. That's something else we can talk about too.
I don't know what that is.
It's a TV show. Mayor of Kingstown is a TV show that comes on Paramount
Is that with the
Plus.
guy, Michael Beach?
Yeah, it got Michael Beach in it and Hawkeye from Avengers, Jeremy Renner. Um, he's the main character, and it was a prison riot on one of the episodes. Well, a couple of the episodes. It's prison riot. The correction officers couldn't control it. They brought in the National Guard. The National Guard just shot up everybody,
Mm-hmm.
like all the prisoners. I was like, that's terrible. You know, like the
But
prisoners.
that's,
And my question is that what the National Guard would do if order was not maintained?
I would hope not, but it's the thought process that you have with the military coming in is that, oh my God, it's so bad. The
Yeah.
military finna come and get everybody.
That's like I like that comment. Like if they improve homeless conditions and mental health issues, they can eliminate some crime. And it's like, man, I always think about what are they thinking about when you get into office and you see that issue. How do you fix it? That's the I guess that's the fun part to me. Is how would you fix this problem and how well will it go? Because obviously our politicians ain't really doing on both sides ain't really doing anything but feuding with each other.
Mhm. Do you see that there's an uptick in things happening after hours with the 24-hour MTA service? Like here,
What's an NTX?
that's
Oh,
the train system. Like we have MARTA,
yeah,
theirs
yeah,
is
yeah. Oh,
MTA.
okay.
Do you think that oh yeah, definitely the people that are making the decisions don't use the service.
Yeah.
Not gonna get caught dead on the train.
Would
Um
that be better if
what
they did use the service?
I think that if you use the service, you're more likely to understand the service
Yeah.
and how it works. You're not thinking in hypotheticals.
Right, right, right.
You're like, nah, it's real bad at this exit.
Yeah.
We need to get more people out there at this one.
Yeah.
And not just looking at a sheet of paper and data statistics, because how much stuff isn't getting reported as well.
That's true. That's true.
Um I was about to ask something about 24-hour service. Of course, I think I only have been on the train twice after midnight
Yeah.
in New York, and I don't think I've been on it but once here after midnight,
Yeah.
maybe twice. Um do you guys have, I know like here things usually turn to like express routes. Do you think that you guys have more express routes in the evening that like bypass a lot of stops, or is it still just the same regular service? Like, is it reduced or is it still the same? What she say? The train system was cleaner during the pandemic, but there was an uptick in crime in general, but it was closed until 5 a.m. Gotcha. What time did they close it down? At like 11 or 12?
Huh?
She said they during the pandemic they shut down the trains until 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah. They should close ours at 1, I think.
I think they do.
Or it used to be 1.
And then weekends
I ain't really sure.
it's reduced stops or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it is because again, I auntie is old.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be out too late trying to ride no train.
Right. Me
It's the
neither.
same for the most part. After midnight, there are less trains, so it's more time in between the trains coming. Because I remember we went somewhere. We went to like a rooftop bar in the city, and we didn't leave until 2 o'clock in the morning. So we were like, we waited a long time for a train to come
Yeah.
because it was like Gucci said,
Yeah.
miss one, next 15 one
Yeah.
coming.
That's crazy. Um. Yeah. So I'm gonna move on.
Go ahead. You don't have anything to add
I
to the
have
train.
nothing to add to this conversation
Go ahead.
because I still want to go to New York to see the Statue of Liberty, and I'm afraid of statues.
Well, you won't get close enough to it.
I want to go in,
Oh,
but like it's like fear factor for me. I'll probably be shaking in my boots and be like, "Nah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go," because you
I
got to
know if you.
ferry over.
Hmm. I
I,
know if you spend the money on the ferry, you
oh,
going.
I'm going. Oh, I'm going. This boy here, man. Yeah. So something
Uh-uh.
something that's I saw that I didn't see that happening, but when he grabbed it, I was like, man, that's terrible. That's gonna be awful. Yeah. Well, at least the computer and stuff is not wet.
Yeah,
That would have been worse.
it would have been. Thank you, Quad. Okay.
Um, go put that in the
Thank you.
sink,
Go put it in
man.
the sink.
No,
No,
all
not the
right,
sink.
man. Whatever.
Go put it on your table.
So this, what is it? March? I don't know when this happened, but I think it was like last week.
Dad, hold that for him.
All right, I got you, man. Go ahead. Kentucky Senate passes bill granting right to collect child support for fetuses.
Mm-hmm. So you have you okay, so you can collect child support during the time that the woman was pregnant. You have up to 1 year to collect it after the baby is born, but you're not collecting it while she's pregnant. So it's retroactive, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's retroactive from when she gives birth. And you have until the child's basically until the child's first birthday
Yeah,
to collect for the 9 months, or I should say 10 months or less that she
but
was pregnant.
the flaw in that, right? Sit down, man. Sit down. Sit here. Get that.
What do you want me to do with it?
Just hold it so I can readjust so you don't fall. Um, go watch Bluey, man. You don't want to watch Bluey? Okay, whatever, dude. I don't care.
Take
Here,
this.
hold that.
I'm about to go put my coffee up.
Yeah,
So
go put mine up too, man. So the thing, the retroactive thing, right? First off, this is a dumb bill. Like my thing, I am against child support and the punishment. I understand the reason why we have child support, but the punishment is is fairly stupid to me. Because if the whole point in child support is to support the child, how do I do that in jail? You, like, why isn't there programs to? I think what the revamp for, and I give y'all my 10-point plan, as if I got what do you want? Oh, he probably just wants somebody to hold him. But when it comes to child support, man, it's like the punishment being so backwards to me. Just give it to him.
he said no.
Oh,
I can't force him to take it.
the issue is the punishment, right?
Come on.
Because the punishment is so like I'm gonna just put you in jail.
Mhm.
But if you go to jail, man, that automatically you probably can gonna lose your job.
Mhm.
You also probably is going to not be able to make the payment. So it starts a cycle of of issues. This boy here, man.
I'm not really sure what we want.
I don't need it. So with them retroactively being able to go back and get the payment, like why? First off, why is that a thing that they come up with? You know,
Because in my thought process is women.
you want to take your mic over there or no?
uh,
You want to take your mic over there?
I'm telling you so
Oh,
you can
okay.
reiterate it. My thought process is that they're saying that you can retroactively collect it because women are feeling like they're the ones carrying the full burden of getting the baby here. We know how
Yeah,
expensive that is.
yeah,
So it's like I can do it, but I need you to help.
R-
That's why it's retroactive.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if the baby's not born,
I think they need to require at that point, right? It becomes
you
a.
gotta reiterate what I said
Oh,
so you can
she
make sure.
Article was saying that the point of them retroactively doing the child support is because they it's expensive to bring the 9 months you're gonna be spending money to go get the baby. Like you gotta pay for the doctors and prepare for the baby and stuff like this. And so, they're recouping that money basically. But if the way it's set up is it's a basis off of the two incomes and it's like, man, like I'm totally against it, and I'm trying not to just be like in my feelings about it. But
Okay, so your thing with child support is the repercussions of what happens if you don't pay child support.
yeah,
But what happens if you do?
you get nothing.
What do you mean you get nothing?
Like
You
it's
support your
right,
child.
right. You supporting your child, but it's also not that you don't get anything, but it's like from the outset, right? It's always it looks more skewed towards helping the woman because we talked about this in like what's the girl name? They got the little 21 she got pregnant by a 21-year-old.
Drea.
Drea. Like dude makes tremendously more of an amount than she does,
Hmm.
right? And
Which just found out they were saying that the child that she had with Orlando, the middle child,
yeah,
is not being raised by her either. She's just collecting the child support for this child,
really.
and somebody else is raising this baby.
That's crazy. That's wild, man. But it's like they're just there to get a paycheck. Big boy
Hmm.
said it.
I think that those are extreme cases,
but they're cases.
but they're extreme cases.
Yeah,
So I can't put my opinion out as the extremes, right?
yeah,
You have to do the average everyday person. The average everyday person is not getting pregnant by someone worth millions of dollars,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, and they also don't have millions of dollars.
yeah,
There are more people in the US that are paycheck to paycheck than not, right?
yeah,
So, if I'm paycheck to paycheck and I get pregnant, I should not still be paycheck to paycheck or less because yeah, I got a job that has insurance, but my deductible $5,000.
yeah,
I gotta come up with $5,000, and all you can do is call me and say, "How the appointment go?"
yeah.
This your baby too,
Right.
so that's literally the basis of
I'm just like, yeah, whatever,
it.
whatever. It's wrong.
But that's literally
No,
that's what
I
happens
think,
in norm. Well, I don't say normal in a lot of situations.
yeah,
Is the person um like P. Carter said, there's not a person that can get taken advantage of. The advantage is you ain't got no money either.
yeah.
let's
My,
let's we made this child together. Let's struggle for this child together
yeah.
rather than I have to struggle and you get to go on and do whatever you was
But
doing.
the thing is, right? Because I feel like if you don't know my situation, go
Did she
back.
open the door?
No, I didn't. Yeah, she's standing right there.
Oh.
If you don't know my situation, go back and look at some of our old videos. We
Go
talk
pee.
about it.
Hey, go pee.
We go
See,
back.
told y'all.
That's too funny. But we go back and watch some of the old videos. We talk about it.
You are absolutely right. If men are upset, they should use protection to avoid jail.
Man, look,
Use
look,
a condom.
look. I was finna say, man, that thing is nice and right, man.
Don't,
Like anyway,
don't,
anyway,
use a
y'all
condom.
like y'all are not wrong, right?
Hmm.
In what you are saying, you're absolutely right.
Drea should be brought up on charges for having babies and not raising them. I also think that these people need to do their due diligence on Drea's parenting before they decide that they're going to have
But
unprotected sex
I
with her.
think they're like one, right? This is my issue. One, child support, no payment should not automatically grant you into into jail because jail it means no payment.
I don't think that one payment sends you to jail.
No, it doesn't. But the ultimate goal should not be we gonna throw this man in jail
Hmm.
or we gonna throw this woman in jail. But I think there should be some co-parenting things that go along. Like it should be a like a requirement for both people to go to co-parenting classes.
Hmm.
There should be like we like have case there's caseworkers for the case.
Hmm.
The caseworker should be have to come in. A visitation thing should be set up.
Hmm.
There shouldn't be a question of paternity. Like
Hmm.
you shouldn't ask.
Oh, that's something that I absolutely wish that hospitals would implement.
Yeah. Like there
Like,
should
go
be
ahead and collect some DNA. We already here.
yeah. If you're gonna force somebody
Two out
to
of two out of the three parties that need to be tested are already in that hospital
right,
room.
right,
All we gotta do is find the guy.
yeah. But it's like those things should start implementing being
Hmm.
implemented into into things
Hmm.
because um sitting down like you don't always have to go in front of a judge and yes y'all are right it is different from state to state
Hmm.
you know but um excuse me for sniffing and sneezing all in the mic and stuff.
I didn't see Darius McCreary's mugshot.
Who is that?
Um, oh, what was his character's name on
Oh, Eddie.
yeah, that's his name. I'm gonna say Family Matters.
Yeah. What do you do? Please
Mhm.
don't tell him he went to jail for child support.
McCrary
But it's a thing
mugshot. Originally, child support was for divorced couples. Not sure when it started to include unmarried parents, which makes sense because in a lot of situations, divorced couples, there's kids being born of the union.
hmm
One parent should not have to bear all of the
right,
responsibility
right,
when this couple decides that they no longer want to be together.
right. But it's a
Oh,
lot
this
of
was just in December.
yeah, a lot of times, or in my experience, right, with
Hmm.
child support,
Wow, a felony count?
what
He got a felony count of failure to pay child support. I didn't know that it's it can be a felony charge. He had an outstanding arrearage of $52,788.04 as of March 12th, 2019. He got arrested or booked on November 27th of last year.
yeah.
So he also had been arrested back in 2015, same thing. And yeah,
Mm,
1366 a month in child support. So $1,366.
mm.
What?
My
Okay, go get some chips.
go get some chips, buddy.
Ma, I want
Go get it.
chips.
But it's
I don't think it's not anymore on the table.
it's oh nah. It's a crazy situation. And I just don't agree with that because my fear was that I was gonna have to go to jail for child support for some reason. I wasn't late on it, but it was like that was a fear of mine because at 25, right, my dad went to jail for child support. Yeah, like my no, they did know that I was 20. Oh yeah, like at my age of 25, my dad went to child support, went to jail for child support, uh, for failure to pay.
Mhm. And if you were 25, your sister was 26.
Yeah,
So y'all were grown, grown.
we were grown, and I was working uh at a job that, like, I mean, like, I don't need it.
Mhm.
You know what damage is done is done. And my dad was not in a position to be able to pay it.
Mhm.
Like, my dad didn't have a job.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I came home, I made sure I did something with my dad and for my dad, and he never had to pay for it.
Mhm.
Just because he did, like, his presence at 25 was more valuable to me than any money he didn't pay
Mhm.
at that time. So it's like, get my dad out of jail. Let's figure out what we have to do.
Mhm.
Like, there should be some type of,
Child support offenses are very costly, and once again, it's disproportionately affects Black men. It feels like another arm of mass incarceration. It
and
is.
that's ultimately what I'm getting to, because it's like, man, that's a fearful thing when you're like trying to do right.
Mhm.
You have it, like, let's be honest, man. We have sex outside of marriage. We have unprotected sex. Stuff happens.
Mhm.
We get a baby, then, like, sometimes it's not going to be fair for both parents. We've already had the conversation that marriage is not a 50-50 thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes you got
Parenthood is definitely not a 50-50
parenthood is
thing.
not a 50-50 thing, because it's a toss up which kid gonna like you for that day.
You want banana? You want banana?
So it's
Those wipes.
oh,
Yeah.
I moved them somewhere.
Yes. Blue is on.
What you want to watch, man? Okay.
Untuck your pants. I mean, untuck your shirt out of your pants.
You. Okay. He said the same thing.
He said, "Baby shark doctor." It definitely can disproportionately affect Black men. One of the things I actually mentioned to Tommy the other day, I think it was you,
Here, buddy.
was
Lily.
that there's now a statistic that more Black children are growing up in two-parent households than ever before. And it's one of those things that it's like, for the most part, most of our friends that have children are still with the child's mother.
Yeah.
I think we might have a few scattered,
Yeah.
but for the most part,
Push it.
um, they
Okay,
are
it's
in the
play.
child's life. They're still in the
It's
home.
play.
Um, and in the cases of the ones that aren't, the parent is heavily involved.
Yeah.
So much so that you sometimes have to wonder, who does this child live with? Cause y'all always together.
But that's the thing. I feel like it should definitely be like that.
Hmm.
It should definitely, it shouldn't be a thing of I can hold more power over you,
Hmm.
because that's what I've seen it used that way.
Hmm.
It's a power thing. Like, in my experience with it, um, that was one of the biggest fears, was going to jail and not being able to, like, if anything happened, right? And I'm
Hmm.
not able to cover that child support,
Hmm.
like, initially, like, I didn't look into it or anything like that, but it was like, I have to set up something to be like, hey, I don't have this job and we need to do this. And, it automatically puts me behind on something,
Hmm.
because the way it works is, until you make that call or until something changes, you have to, what I'm saying, this is what you're required to pay. I think mine was like $800. My
Hmm.
check was 12.
Hmm.
So you mean tell me I'm only bringing home $400 off my check, and
Off
not
of one check.
off of one check, and with that check, I still have to pay. I was still paying insurance and that stuff, and I still have to survive.
Hmm.
I wasn't surviving well.
Mm-mm.
Like, at a point, it got really bad for me when people started noticing I was losing weight, because I didn't have money for food.
Hmm.
I barely had money
That's
for.
one of the things Chris said when we got together. He was like, "Tommy got food in the freezer
Right. You was
now."
dog. When I tell you, when you moved in, you was helpful. Oh my God. But that was my experience with it. So I had a negative experience with it. and it was more of a hassle for me to go get her.
And I still don't understand why your child support was so expensive. But I think that a lot of that was on you for not going back and getting a case reevaluated.
Right. But it's like with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my personal experience, I can speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sitting in there, it's already intimidating because it's like, man, you're sitting in there with your partner or your ex-partner talking about your child that you care about and you're wanting to do the best for them. Because when she was born originally, I called it the case was in Tennessee. I called them like, hey man, I got a baby. I'm not with the mom. Set up the child support. They waited till I got out of college, got a job, and then start saying, okay, let's set this up. Which I'm fine with because I appreciate it because I ain't had no money in college.
Mm-hmm.
But getting in there, that's intimidating. And everything like that. And then you like, yeah, this baby was like 3 or 4 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a decent job. I get paid a decent
Like,
amount.
it's wild to me how much your child support was, because I look at my dad's.
Yeah,
My dad's combined amount for two kids was less than what you were paying for one,
yeah.
and my dad made triple what you were
Right.
making at the time.
But the thing was at
What
the
the mamas were making, because
yeah,
my mom and my brother's mom
yeah.
were making money
The thing,
decent.
yeah, that was the thing. It was like
Mm-hmm.
I was making so much more money than
Mm-hmm.
what she was making at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And for her, it was more so of when she got a better, it's like I'm not thinking, oh, let me call, or I'm not knowing, let me call and get this reevaluated because now I'm like, man, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to make things worse for me.
I think that these
So
conversations
I'm gonna
though
figure
have
it
to
out.
be had more in the forefront in friendship circles,
Yeah,
because, for an example, had Steve not gone through everything that he went through,
yeah,
you would not have been able to find the attorney
yeah.
to get you through essentially the exact same
Right,
situation.
right,
So, and the exact same situation was both of y'all have kids that are, both of y'all were told y'all were the father of a child that wasn't yours.
right.
And being able to just go to an attorney who was like, I don't even handle this type of
Yeah,
law,
but I did
but
it before.
I've done this before. He easily just drew up some paperwork and
Yeah,
was like, if y'all sign this, everything is done.
right.
And granted, it wasn't a easy, y'all just sign this and get it done. I'm sorry, Bluey's getting on my nerves in the background. um it's not an easy, it wasn't an easy just sign this and get it over with. But because you have gone through this, he has gone through this. If you find somebody else that's in the state or in the city, like the state of Tennessee or the city of Chattanooga, who is going through this exact same thing, they'll
Yeah,
be the first person whose number I passed along.
yeah. But like you said, man, like this needs to be like certain things needs to be talked about in friend circles and stuff like that. But it's like when in a black family, because I can't speak on any other racist families. In the black family, they have those skeletons in the closet. Nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to talk about that. But then when it happens again, everybody want to talk about the person it happened to. To me,
Like, she should have known. She didn't
she
know.
didn't know because nobody told her,
Right.
or he didn't know nobody told her,
Right.
told him. So it's like a sense of a failure
Mm-hmm.
on the part of people knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Like in our kids' case, they would know about the girl.
Mm-hmm.
They would know what happened with me. They would
Mm-hmm.
know how it made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They
the,
would know how their mama feels about the situation.
yeah, they would know everything about that situation because I don't want that to happen to them.
Right.
When they decide to have children, if they decide to have children and stuff like that,
I gotta
hey,
be a grandma.
huh?
I said I have to be a
I
grandma.
want to be a granddad. They can call me Lovey.
No.
You don't like that? I
No.
like it. I like it.
Well, who said that?
I don't know who said it,
Was
but I
it
was like,
Tina?
I don't know.
We were watching The Neighborhood.
I think so. And she said, "Love you." I was like, "Shoot, I like that for me."
No.
But they decide to have kids and stuff, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, get a DNA test." but it's gonna be a thing of you have to take, like, kids are so innocent,
Mhm.
right? We have to, as the adults or the older people in the situation, even when kids have kids, right?
Mhm.
The adults in the situation, or the parents that understand this, have to be old enough and mature enough to be like, okay, we're bringing another generation of people into
Excuse
this
me.
world, understand where they need help, where responsibility needs to be placed, and that this is not a one-sided thing. It took two to tango.
One of the things that Chance the Rapper did that like I commend him for when like obviously things are still good because he's still with his wife,
Yeah,
but before they got married and they were still like happily together, they came up with the fairness of what happens should they separate.
yeah,
And that way nobody is sitting down and saying the judge wasn't fair,
yeah,
this person didn't do this person didn't do that. It's like we have an agreement. We agreed to this when things were good.
yeah,
This is what it's going to be if things go bad.
yeah.
And I think that that's one of the things that more people need to do
Hmm.
is have an agreement for if things go bad while they're still good.
Yeah.
Like I joke about it all the time and tell Tommy that if we ever got a divorce, he becomes the primary parent.
I'd be like, all right,
I don't know how that would work.
yeah,
Because obviously that's not anything that you and I have like really truly discussed.
yeah.
It's always just been thrown around as a joke. But maybe that is a conversation to have.
Well, I've had that conversation with you, man. I said the biggest thing for me would be treat me fairly.
No, no, no. I'm saying
Oh, where the kids will go?
like down to like how you would do it
Yeah,
because you don't want to dictate that when things aren't going
yeah,
well. Like being able to decide like right here today,
yeah.
we ain't beefing.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah.
So it's like
It's like planning a funeral. It's like, hey, man, plan it while you're alive and healthy. So
mhm.
when people are grieving for you, they don't have to go through all the planning.
I thought my mom was so weird with that
Yeah,
when she did it initially, but now that it's done, I literally could take my kids to the cemetery, tell them grandma and granddaddy are gonna be buried over here.
yeah,
The service for the funeral is going to be here. The only things that my mom has us doing is flowers and something for her to wear. And every so often she randomly will call me and say, I got a black suit. I think this one might be better than the other one. It's
yeah.
just that's just conversations that me and her randomly have. But like I appreciate that it's she's taking the other stuff out of the way so that we don't have to do things in grief.
But that's the thing that we don't think about or talk about or anything like that, because we're not understanding in black families, right?
Mhm. This is funny that this conversation started off with child support for a fetus, and now we at black
Yeah, I
funerals.
always look. I always get like child support touches me wrong.
It does. I think you
It
need to let it go.
I try to, but it's
You're
like I
not on child support.
no, I'm not. But it just really touches me wrong because it's like, man, I already feel like black men
Mhm,
are slighted, right?
mhm,
We do so much, and then it's a lot of bad apples. Not
mhm,
even gonna say a lot. It's bad apples,
mhm,
like there is in any other gender, race, or nationality,
mhm,
right? But the bad apples that people see from us, there's no appreciation for it. Like I
mhm.
always look at Father's Day, and it's a
I'm gonna
second.
post
It's a
this on
second
Father's Day
hand.
rant
It's
on the weekend of Father's Day
a
every year.
it's a second hand holiday.
Okay.
Mother's Day, everybody goes all out.
Mhm.
Father's Day, you might get a card, maybe. But on Father's Day, the expectation is,
What
oh,
you want for Father's Day
I
that would make you
and
feel like Father's Day was like, I'm not saying like a item. What do you want Father's Day to look like to feel like it is respected, like Mother's Day is respected?
give them the same thing.
No, like what? Give me
Like,
an example because
like,
everybody does different things. Like I have a friend who takes her mom on a trip every year for Mother's
yeah.
Day.
What she do for
Um,
Father's Day?
her daddy's in jail and
Okay.
has been for a long time.
Okay. All right.
So, um,
That's a bad example.
right. Well, that's why I was like, this is what she does for Mother's
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
She does do something with her stepdad.
What do you guys do for Father's Day for your dads? Let us know in the comments.
Um, I don't really do anything for Father's Day. I send my dad, my stepdad, and my granddad cards.
Yeah.
I try to find a gift to send the three of them. Um, the pandemic has made it really, really difficult
Hmm.
because my dad don't get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but I usually try to buy my stepdad something that he can like wear to church or something like that. Cause he likes to be able to say, my daughter bought me this,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, and he can't do that with stuff that you buy that have to stay at the house.
Yeah.
Like you get him a watch or a ring or something like that. He be like, my daughter bought me
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't do it for stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I try to send something.
Yeah.
But same for my mom. But my mom usually also tells us what she wants. I remember one year my mom wanted a new patio set, and neither one of us was willing to buy this patio set for her, like individually.
Yeah.
So she went and bought it herself
You told y'all
and
how
then
much it
told us
cost.
how much she spent on it, and we divided it in three.
Yeah.
And we all just gave her the money for said patio set.
Yeah.
And my mom can say, my kids and my husband bought me this.
Yeah.
It looks like we just collectively got together and went to Sam's Club and was like, this the one. But we didn't.
But it's like I don't want to be a second hand thing, A
Well, you
second.
gotta say what you want from your kids.
Right.
Right now, they ain't got no money.
Right. Right. But it's like it's not just from because we know there's a difference in Mother's Day and Father's Day. Let's not play like it's not.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm a little salty about it because I'm a dad.
Okay.
You know, um, but it's like you want that same respect, right?
You have to, as a dad, set that expectation.
But
This is what I would like, and you make it a thing. Like
but that's also the thing, right?
what?
It's hard to be like, all right, for Father's Day, this is what I want
Mhm.
because we're conditioned as men to I don't have time to be like, all right, I want this
Well,
because
you
I'm
gotta
still
uncondition yourself.
I still but it's just a condition,
But you gotta uncondition.
It's
You have to literally tell your kids,
yo,
even
Lily did what? Quit telling on folks, man. Snitches get stitches, man.
he sure came down here though.
Go ahead
um,
on, man. Go get her.
y- you have to essentially, as people say, you got to teach people how you want to be treated,
Yeah.
and you have to teach people what you want, right?
Yeah.
So, in the teaching people what you want, good morning, Linda. In
Good
the
morning,
teaching
Linda.
people what you want, it don't have to be a you got to make sure you get me a good gift. It's a throw out a suggestion of, like, for an example, Mother's Day brunch is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
While they're small, start taking them out for Father's Day brunch, right?
Yeah.
You take them out for Father's Day brunch. Once they get their first job, they're gonna be like, you know what? I can pay for my daddy to go to brunch this year. It's one of those things.
But dude, but from the jump, right?
What?
From the jump, do you have to pay for Mother's Day brunch?
At this age, yes, I
No,
would.
I mean, like if we all went out.
No. Do you want me to pay for your 5 steps? Like that's the thing. If you don't say that that's what you
but that's
want to
the
do,
but that's the thing. It's like you have to, like we always have to say what we want, but then when it comes to moms or women or mothers, it's moms and women or mothers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay, I
Okay.
turn it back on.
Uh
My God. Brew it
but
off.
it's one of the hardest things to ask a man, or for me, right? You ask me what I want, I I immediately go to pay a bill.
Okay, so Sharon says, is it a gift you want or recognition? Create your own traditions for your family. That's one of those things. Like for your example, for your birthday,
Yeah,
you mentioned you wanted a seafood boil 1 year. And then shortly thereafter, you started calling it the annual seafood
yeah,
boil.
yeah.
What do you have now?
We gonna have a seafood boil for my
You just
birthday.
stated your intentions.
Yeah, but that's it's what you planned though.
Well, that was because I wanted seafood and it just happened to be your birthday.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I like this, you know.
Right. But that was me doing something and then you taking it and running
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
So it has become a thing now. Good morning.
Why you didn't show me that same type of love?
Go give your daddy a hug.
Come on, buddy.
Um
You know you my girl.
she said I always force celebration on my dad. That's one of those things like I have to do. It's my stepdad, for example, is always like, I gotta go to work.
Okay.
So since he gotta go to work,
Mhm.
we have to try to get in where we fit
Okay.
in. But that's literally the thing. It's like you create,
Hmm? Okay, I'll get you something in a second, okay?
you say
All right.
what your tradition
Thank you.
is or
Okay. I'll
what
get
your
you something.
thing is. And if you say that this is your thing, you lead the charge, you move
Okay.
on with it.
Okay.
So I challenge you to figure that out for
I'm
Father's Day
I'm a,
this
I'm
year.
gonna think about it
You
too.
got what is this, the third month?
Yeah,
You got less than 3 months.
I got you. I'm gonna figure something out, man. But
Like my mama's thing, used to be to go to church with her on Mother's Day.
oh yeah,
Yeah, of course, it's a little bit difficult now that I'm not in the same state.
yeah,
But I remember I graduated like the Thursday before Mother's Day, and they all went back home like Friday. And I wanted to see one of my cousins graduate who graduated state of Tennessee. We went to college in Knoxville. My cousin graduated from college in Nashville, and my mom is in Memphis. So 6 hours straight across.
yeah,
I literally left, drove to my cousin's graduation on Saturday, spent the night at my friend's mom's house, and then got up Sunday morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning to make it to Memphis to go to church with my mom for
yeah.
Mother's Day. It was just,
Do you do the same for your dad
if my dad asked.
without, because your mom didn't ask?
No, she did.
Oh, she
She
did.
said she wanted me to go to church with her on
Oh,
Mother's
okay.
Day. So I just made it happen. Um my dad, my stepdad enjoys the celebration of things, right? Like you
Yeah,
can obviously see that in him.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he enjoys the celebration things, but he's not going to tell you
And I'm that same way.
what he wants. But he also, I remember one year
I like surprises.
him and his brother decided to have a party together.
Yeah,
So their daughters put this party together.
yeah. But I think what it is for me, right? It's my love for surprises. But surprises mean that you thought enough about me
Mm-hmm,
to say he would really enjoy this,
mm-hmm,
and you paid attention enough to me
mm-hmm,
to say that he would really enjoy this, and this is what he would want,
mm-hmm,
and I'm gonna do it for him without asking,
mm-hmm,
because then that takes, for me, it's more of a, you thought about me,
mm-hmm.
you know.
But you have to also give people the scale of the way that you want to be celebrated.
Well, it's like I'm pretty sure people know, like, that listen to us, and and stuff like that. They could tell some of the things. Like if they was like, "I'm gonna buy a gift for Tommy," Tommy would enjoy this,
Mhm.
right? And that's the thing, because it's I talk about you all the time, because you are a person that don't talk about things that you want because you're not a gift person.
Hmm.
You're a person
I
that,
like experiences.
right, you like experiences and you like to be left alone.
Hmm.
So if there's a
Oh, if
place,
you could give me an experience where I'm left alone,
right. Oh man, you
ooh,
in hog heaven.
man, talk about it for years.
Right. But the thing is, it's like I know that about you.
Hmm.
And for me, it's let me pay attention to what she's saying and let me get her because your Christmas gift was me really listening to you.
Hmm. And I had literally almost bought myself that gift.
Yeah. And the fact that I'm glad you didn't, but
Hmm.
me listening to, okay, she said she wanted it. This is what I'll get her because this is what she will be. She would enjoy this if she uses it or not.
Hmm.
And
And I need to buy some more records so I
right,
can use it.
and on top of that, it's like I couldn't get the record that I thought you would like
Hmm.
because one I couldn't find it. I couldn't go out and get it.
Hmm.
But I gave you some money to go get it yourself
Hmm.
to give you that time to go out find a record that you wanted by yourself because when you left, I had the kids.
Hmm.
So it's that part.
Hmm.
It's you're being able to sit down, hear me, know me, pay attention to me, know that what I like, love, and want and need
Hmm.
without me having to say, hey, do this.
Hmm.
Because then it takes a little bit away from it.
Well, it's kind of
Which,
like your massage gun.
yeah, you heard me say it.
Well, I sit up and watch you watch chiropractic videos.
Right. Let me get him this. Oh, I would enjoy that. Thanks.
Now your
You know,
kids think they know how to
now they
use it.
think they be wanting that.
Deshauna said, I'm an only child that's out of ideas. I make my mama give me a list of potential things she would like to do. I choose from that list. These celebrations be stressing me out. I have a cousin who's an only child, and she typically has her mom come down here and
Yeah.
they do something together. Um, Sharon said, I'm the mom of one. I'm not really a gift person. Spend your time with me is what I want at this age.
Yeah.
I understand that. It's we realized that my mom, well, I knew it, but my mom doesn't like surprises.
Yeah. She don't. She
For her
don't.
birth, her
But she
six
likes them.
for her 65th birthday, my stepdad surprised her with a birthday party, and oh my god, we all got in trouble.
Man, I didn't. But she liked that surprise. What's up, buddy?
She did. She enjoyed having everyone come by.
Here,
Um, it was just one of those things where
here. See
we
it?
all got
Go
together,
over here.
but we were part of
Go
the
over here.
surprise. Like we just came in before the party, and we just showed up at her door.
Yeah.
Had my sister come pick us up from the airport, standing at the door. She screamed, did a little ditty in circles,
Yeah.
and then she
And
had
she
her granddaughter
and she
because
had a
Quad
granddaughter.
wasn't
Yeah.
born yet.
Choir wasn't with us.
Actually,
And
I wasn't even pregnant
and
with Quad
then on
yet.
top of that, man, my uncle and them came.
Yeah.
And that was another surprise.
Hmm.
So it's like, man, people that say they don't like surprises, people like to be thought of.
They like to be thought of, but I think that the level of surprise is
And
what it
that's
is.
that's what I mean when I say Father's Day is like a second hand holiday, is because it's not a thought of thing. It's a what you want.
Well,
Like
I asked you that for your birthday too.
it's like
Like, there's no difference for me with that question for your birthday, for Christmas, or for Father's Day.
yeah,
They're all what you want.
yeah. We ain't gonna talk about Valentine's Day.
And
Look, we don't got enough time to talk about Valentine's
Valentine's Day is
Day.
difficult in this household for one
Yeah,
because your birthday is 2 days before.
yeah.
Um,
Is it selfish of me? Because I think you pointed it out to me, and I was like, "You're absolutely right." 'Cause I think we tried to go out for my birthday one time.
no, we were gonna get a cabin.
Yeah, and we couldn't just
Mhm.
because. And then,
Valentine's Day.
yeah, go ahead, baby. It's playing in your room. Which I told you to choose which one you want to watch. Oh, here, pick it. Um, but okay, it's playing. Golly,
You don't want to watch the one you picked, but I want to watch this other one that I picked.
yeah,
That is also the same one as the first one that I picked.
right. They're all the same thing. Um, Whatever,
No, I don't
dude.
want to watch this one.
But it's like, understanding that, and you pointed it out, and that's how we roll in our household. But people in other households, they look at it different. I'm like, bro, my birthday is 2 days, and y'all celebrate y'all birthday all month. I can't even have 2 days.
Me and my best friend do start on his birthday
Yeah,
because his birthday is the first,
yeah.
and we just roll it on through the month. Valentine's Day is hit or miss around here. If I don't forget, he does. Valentine's Day is just one of those things that I have never been really big about going
hmm
out for. And the reason that I'm not really big about going out for it is because when places that you want to go, prices become inflated. Um, you get these like condensed menus because they're trying to make sure that they can make everything
Yeah.
quick enough to turn the tables over because their goal is to seat and see as many people as possible.
What you want, man?
Um, I got kids now. So my goal now is just to make Valentine's Day fun and memorable for the kids.
Okay.
Like this was Lily's first school Valentine's Day in preschool. So like she came home with bags and bags of candy and treats and stuff. But I tried to be a different parent and send other stuff to school. So like from us, all her classmates got sunglasses and bubbles and puzzles
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which I did include a piece of candy in each one, but I can imagine that parents appreciated not having you hype their kid up on sugar, but
Yeah.
they got something that they wanted.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you take the holiday and you try to put your own spice, your own spin or your own twist on it. It's spice.
Yeah.
I put them together.
Yeah.
um,
It's like squaws.
no, you just past tense that wrong. Um, but doing that, you you create I can't remember who said it. You create your own tradition. Sharon said it. You create your own tradition for your family. That's the thing that you do. So I'll try to figure out something that I can willingly keep up, and we'll do that for you for
Yeah.
Father's Day.
I appreciate that,
It'll be
man.
difficult
I
because
don't
it's
think so.
it's hard to surprise you with things,
I be trying to figure it out, but I like it.
right?
It's not hard to surprise me with things, man. If you do it right. If you do it, it's not
Well,
hard.
it's easy to surprise you with gifts because we are a household who gets Amazon boxes and just lets them sit and don't think about opening them.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to buy you something and let it sit in the house and you don't think anything of it.
hmm
But it's difficult to put something together. But we'll figure out something. I can't promise it's gonna be a figure out something this year because
Yeah. Anyway, stop slighting the dads and men in life.
I'm not slight. But you know what's funny?
What?
Walmart has a 4-pack of Father's Day cards.
Duty.
Yes.
Not a
I
4-pack.
found that out a couple of years ago because I almost bought it. Because I was like, now there are 4 men to buy Father's Day cards for in my life.
Yeah.
Because I have one living grandfather, a dad, a stepdad,
Yeah.
and a husband. I was like, everybody, this 4-pack and knock it on out.
You silly, man. Something else. I don't know what this boy going. But hey,
Put them on.
guys, you have been thoroughly an
Ask dad to help
enjoyment
you.
today. We love you guys for joining us with this on this Love Brew podcast. The kids were here. They finally got up. Um,
Quad just handed shoes, said,
right.
put
It
on my
was like,
shoes.
hey, we going outside today, buddy. Um, I appreciate you guys. We love you guys for
I
supporting
want
us. I'm
shoes.
gonna put your shoes on, man. Give me a second. Let me get out of here first. Let me get out the podcast first, buddy. Okay. All right. Yeah, Lee. Well, anyway, guys, join us. I think tomorrow, with Jack and Glenn. We're gonna go live with them. We got some stuff that we're working on, so
You
continue
say
to.
that every week.
It's inbred in my head to be like we got some stuff that we're working on.
Sammy asked me to edit a video so y'all can finally get it. So I'm gonna start working on that.
Yeah. Um, and all those good things.
Man, when did you record that?
Which one?
December?
Which one? The-
The bathroom.
yeah. Yeah, I finished it in November.
Oh, November.
Yeah.
So this
Look,
video been sitting since
look,
like October, November.
the fence
Please
video,
put his shoe on. Just
the,
sit him in your lap.
the
and
fence
pretend.
video been ready. I mean, the fence been done. Come here, man.
Mhm.
But anyway, man, I want you guys to have a great weekend. If you don't got nothing to do, look at some of our old content.
Hopefully it's not raining where you are and you can
Yeah,
get
and you can
outside.
get outside, um, and enjoy it, man. Like that's the whole thing. Enjoy life, enjoy everything. Also, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. On YouTube, follow us on Instagram and all those good things
I
at
don't mean to
August
plug
Love
it up.
Story
Thank you, though.
everywhere. And yeah, you guys make sure to have a great weekend. And we out. Peace.
Bye, y'all. Quiet. Say bye bye.
Him in the bye bye.